What is up, selectors? Your boy Select Screen here. Man, it feels good to be back one more time for this Daredevil watch party. And I can't say what you see is what you're going to get yet, but we're not going to be showing any footage, but we're going to be talking, a lot about what's going on with that boy Daredevil. Hopefully we get some more Punisher in there. Woo's in the chat for Punisher. Let's see. Starvo says, hey, will this be in English, Spanish, or European viewing? This will be in English, my friend. In English. I'm actually working on that, though. That is something that's coming to the stream where I'll be able to at least communicate with people in other languages. So I won't be able to speak it back necessarily, but at least be able to translate. So that's something I'm working on. Always keeping our selectors, in the loop and being as accessible as we can be. Yeah, it's also WrestleMania week. So shout out to Wrestling God Streams, who was chatting, getting a little celebrity over in our Discord. Go like, share, and subscribe. Join our Discord at linktr.ee/select screen. Definitely like, sub, and subscribe. I got to get a subscribe button built into this. I haven't done that since we switched over to Meld yet. But we got about 2 minutes before we get started.
What's up, brother?
Shout out to all the selectors out there. The ones that are definitely 100%
approved.
RL, Clue, Ultimate out there. I haven't seen some of them in a minute, but you know how life gets, man. I understand that. So, and then we got Thunderbolts coming up. We got Fantastic Four coming up, and then we're starting to get into Doomsday. Like a lot of stuff coming up for Marvel. So
Tonight, remember
to
choose your destiny
and like, share, and subscribe to the channel for tons more. Okay, let's jump into this thing, man. We'll talk a little bit. We got 1 minute left, so I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. All right, man. So what you're seeing here is what you get, except for I'm gonna play this cool animation for you. Check this out. Peep game. There it is. So yes, what you're seeing is what you're getting. I'm gonna mute the music for me at least. There we go. You guys should still have it. There we go. Cool. All right. So a little bit of Daredevil for us tonight. What are the chances that we get my man Frank Castle back in here? I hope we do. I hope Foggy comes back and Foggy's not actually dead. Lots of stuff that I'm hoping for happens in this episode. But this show, there hasn't been a bad episode yet. There was one that was like a 9. The rest of them for me have been 10s, man. There's been surprises every single episode, and I've loved every moment of this series. And he's not even in the suit. It kind of goes against what I said about Moon Knight. So should be about time right now, 7 p.m. my time. Let's reload. No pun intended. Daredevil, Punisher. There it is. Straight to Hell is what the episode's called. Wow.
Nope.
And we've got already confirmation that Frank is on the front of cover. Interesting. All right. So those of you watching with us, what we normally do is give you a timestamp on when and where we are. What are the other selectors? I've been talking to them in Discord. I hope they come over. We'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna give them like 30 seconds and hop over to our movie talk. Live. Okay. All right, we're live in effect. So again, no, I'm not going to show any footage. What you see is what you get. But again, I'll be putting timestamps out. So if you're watching with us, you can talk with us. Is that Lo-Fi Street Fighter Alpha 2? Believe it or not, that's a little bit of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris is hooking it up, man. I thought I'd go with the video game vibe tonight. You know what I mean? A little bit of that. All right. I'm ready for this, man. We ran the intro. Oh, you know, I was going to do a little bit of work while we're chatting. But it does got that Street Fighter Alpha 2 kind of vibe, doesn't it? I love it. I love it. We still love fighting games, man. I was just saying over in our Discord that, man, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in like 3 months. Since Floyd, like they did such a cool thing with Floyd, and then it was like back to just not playing Mortal Kombat. Like, I just don't care about the Terminator at all. I really don't. But I need to go and try it. I need to. And I love Mortal Kombat. I just... by the way, on Twitch, we are 48 subs away from our goal of 50. So if you get a chance to like and sub and subscribe over there.
Acknowledge me!
Acknowledge me over there. I'd appreciate that. Like my man Clue does each and every month. Yeah.
Yeah!
All right, here we go. Starting in... Let's see. Let's see. Just want to make sure we got YouTube going. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. 8 minutes, 42 seconds for that. Oh, point Dexter. Oh, this show has been so amazing. I think this task force is going to be around for a while. Spend those Bezo bucks, people. It's free. That's right. If you got Amazon Prime, bro, why not? Hey, yo, spoilers, but Matt got shot. This is going to be crazy. Here we go. That blue light again. Ooh, and the music just rolls right in. Rolls right in, bro. That was creepy with the deer. And here goes this Foggies. Oh. There it is, confirmed. Hey, you know who we haven't seen? We have not seen the petty thief guy that's been in all the Netflix series. He was like selling the guns in the first episode. Vanessa. He was on there? Did I miss him? What's his name, bro? You remember? You know what I'm talking about? The black guy? I can't think of his name. Vanessa, you just gave that man a pen. Yes, in the early episodes, he was on this series. Oh. This is bananas, bro. This show is so good.
Oh, yeah!
Notice his target looks like the bullseye logo. Is RL tweeting somewhere else? I think he might be chatting on Discord. Tell that man I don't have that up. Vanessa had her Agatha moment. It was me all along, and I tried to kill my husband. See, I don't feel like that was her, right? She confirmed that she wasn't trying to kill Fitz. All right, timestamp 5:37. I'm gonna give you a better one though. Okay, coming up on 5 minutes. Actually, 6 minutes in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6 minutes. I like this intro, just not as much as the original. All right, 15. Let's see, 15, 17. If you're watching on YouTube. Karen, oh wow. The same bloodstained white suit from Netflix. Yep, exactly. You could tell Matt still loves Karen, dude. Wow, bro, this is crazy. Vanessa.
You hurt Vanessa.
Do you know, bro? Do you? Yeah, see, I think she set up Homeboy. I don't think she was actually trying to get Fitz. Oh, he's gonna wash all the money. Dang, she's just gonna abandon him like that, though. Oh, where the timestamp got you 10:20. Mm-hmm. $11 minutes right there. Now that what's amusing is that Daredevil had to face Kingpin, Buck, Bullseye, and Muse in this season. That's like a major key of building a villain series this season. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes this series so good, bro. Amazing. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. He's telling him to go take out Matt. That is crazy. $12 minutes and 3, 2, 1. 12 minutes. You know, I was just thinking that, RL. I pulled the music back down. Hopefully that's better. Is that better? Oh boy. Need some more RL? I got you. He's trying to close down the city? Boy. He's got that white suit on, bro, and he ain't playing right now, y'all.
Think, Mark.
Mm-mm. He's got the white bear. Now, do we know who Buck is in the comics? $14.39 right there. Oh, is it Cashman? Is he Buck Cashman? He is. The distorted music is crazy, bro. Is it a... No way. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah. R.I.P. Roberta Flack. Yep. Yep. I heard the... I wish I did it. Man. Gone. I was killing me softly there, which is interesting choice. There she is. Timestamp. 16:45. Go, Matt. Go, 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 go. RL, how is this going to tie? Nice. How is this going to tie into Thunderbolts? Is the city going to be on lockdown? And that's why, what's his name? I almost called him Siren. Oh my gosh. Is that why no one can help except the Thunderbolts? Because the city's on lock? That would be crazy. Let's go. Frank is just in his house. 1820 for RL. 1820 is where we're at. That's right. Frank ain't playing, bro. I said, okay, last time. You're good, bro. 1915. Even the sets kind of look comic booky in this now. It's just got a vibe. Not for the kids to watch. Nope. You add Frank in there. Always seen getting out of the hospital, maybe. I was hoping we were going to get Jessica Jones, man. I don't think we're getting Jessica in this episode. Oh my gosh, that Punisher logo looks so fire, bro. But wait a minute. That wasn't Frank wearing that.
Brother,
Here we go. Here we go. There's something about, and Ara, I want to hear what you think about this. Clue, I want to hear what you think about this. There's something about a duo that I think works for TV shows. Dude, Frank is going off.
Approved.
Whoa, Frank is going off. This show. Wait. No. I would like to see that more. Give me just duos, right? I just want to see Daredevil and Punisher. I want to see Spider-Man and, oh my gosh, this show. Oh, do not watch this with your kids. I want to see like Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I want to see Iron Fist and Luke Cage. Like, that's what I want to see. That works so well.
yeah.
I don't think Frank knew. Yeah. Wearing the Punisher logo. Uh-huh. Frank took the radio. Wow. 23:18 here. This isn't time. Oh. Oh. Knock it off, Daredevil. Oh my gosh, dude, the show with the grenade, like, just so good. It's just so good. Clue said, yeah, that's why I want Heroes for Hire to happen with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Nightwing of Misty Knight and Culling Wing. Oh my gosh, that show would be so dope. I hate how Daredevil says Frank stop, but all the hits Daredevil uses would give somebody a whole life with disability. I'm saying, bro. Yeah, he's literally like done permanent damage to people. But that's the Batman thing, right? Batman's the same way. Karen. Did the Punisher just call shotgun, bro? That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad she's back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not a coffee guy, but I get you, Frank. I understand what you're saying. In the comics, Matt Murdock doesn't believe in killing. When he does kill someone, he finds guilt within and loses it. Spidey goes to his home, but Daredevil doesn't sense him. Spidey says if he sees him, he'll have to suffer the consequences and be turned into. Hmm? He's like just totally okay with putting Karen in harm's way now. He has to care. I need Spider-Man. I need Spider-Man to be integrated with these three. Oh boy. He's got dirt on everybody. Everybody. I mean, everybody. Who is that dude? I still don't know who he is. Jeez, dude, just panic in the streets right now.
Tiger uppercut.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Now they're framing the vigilantes? Hmm.
Look at all these weirdos.
I mean,
My kind of people.
Karen is like the lifeblood of this, which is so cool. That's a nice throwback. Punisher will be doing both Defenders and Midnight Suns. Which one grabs your attention? Defenders. I really don't want Midnight Suns. I don't like the paranormal side of things. Oh, RL said, "What's happening? Please, I need spoilers. My stream's done." Really, not a whole lot, other than Karen and Matt are talking about if what's going on with Foggy. What was he on to? And then she kind of hinted that she's kind of in a love triangle with both Frank and Matt. Ah, Foggy was on to the Red Hook stuff. Aha.
Another one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Basically, Foggy was going to blow out Fisk's whole scheme in Red Hook. There you go. I need Foggy to still be alive somehow.
It's over 9,000! What night?
He kept their radio too. Frank's got their radio. You know, oh my gosh, dude, he just picked up a shotgun. It's about to go down.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Oh my goodness, Frank. You guys, this is a Disney Plus show, and Frank Castle just unalived that man. That was crazy. I need a Punisher. I need a Punisher series. I can't even describe to you what's happening right now, Ara. Other than the Punisher is being the Punisher. Oops. These are non-lethal shots, right? Oh, now they got him. Thank you, Disney, for going R-rated. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, Clue. Did Sheila give that to Fisk? This is like the deputy mayor or something like that. Luke who? No, not Luke Cage. I thought for just a second. I thought for a second. If that would have been Luke Cage, I would have lost it. I got my man Punisher zip tied with a bunch of copycats. One of the task force guys. He had a Punisher tattoo on his neck. Baby girl. The task force is really trying to convince Frank. Commissioner, that's who he is. The city is so corrupt, dude. Convince Frank to join them. They're trying to convince Frank to join the task force, which would be crazy. Could you imagine a legion of Punishers? Notice that everybody's wearing black. Everybody's wearing black. Punisher's wearing black. Everybody's wearing black except for Fisk. That is very, very important. Too realistic to what's going on to the one in the country. Yeah. Oh, Frank. Admire. Yeah. Wow. Frank is really just hurt. Just a wounded dog, you know? Like, I'm not, what are you guys admiring me for? That is crazy. Ooh. Of course, Frank's turning them down. The subtitles, when he's talking, they don't even call him Frank. It's just the Punisher. No. Fisk is going to just pop his head, bro. How much torture can Frank go through? Dude, the Punisher. Dude. I. Oh my gosh. Oh. How do I describe to you what just happened? Kingpin literally just crushed somebody's head with his bare hands. Oh. Oh my gosh.
I don't know!
Fatality. We need it.
Finish him.
Fatality.
Yes, the commissioner, RL, just literally just smushed him. That was worse than the car scene in season 1. This season of Daredevil is the best season, hands down. I'm already going to tell you that. I mean,
Fatality.
Yeah, the commissioner guy from earlier on. That was incredible. Punisher's just basically getting beat up, explaining why he's not going to join the task force. That shows you how strong Kingpin is physically. That's what I'm talking about. Check the message above. Just literally. Karen kind of updating Daredevil on how he shouldn't go in here to fight to save the Punisher, but that's not going to stop him. It also shows how strong the Punisher is. It is. Because, I mean, these dudes are wrecking him, man. And he's just like, you guys suck, you know? Literally, like.
You lose.
We need an army, Daredevil? You're kidding me. Is Daredevil going to go and recruit like a bunch of other superheroes? That would be crazy. if he's like the new Nick Fury, there's a plot prediction for you for Doomsday. Daredevil's the one that puts people together. Think about it. Who's the next big face? Defenders confirmed. Yeah, we're gonna have a legion of Defenders in season 2. Wow. Daredevil's little girlfriend, bro. Not little girlfriend, but that moves her out of the picture. She's joining up with Fisk. Jessica Jones is up. Yeah, we got to get Jessica Jones in this. If the Defenders show up at the end of this, where like the big 4, like they all show up at the end of this, that'd be crazy. Fisk is again flipping this on the vigilantes. This is crazy. Defenders would show up in season 2 in the making. I saw some of the stuff where he's wearing the black suit leaked. Yeah, season 2 next year. Yep. But I think it would be great if they all just walked out like, we got your back, Matt. And then that's how the season ends. Shh. Wow. Yep. Fisk is locking down the whole city. Oh my gosh. New York City martial law. Wasn't Doctor Strange one of the original Defenders? No way. That's the way the episode's ending. Oh man. Or if you see a web but no Spider-Man, that would be fire. Yeah, we could do that. I can't believe New York would be under martial law and we wouldn't see Doctor Strange or something like that. Mm. 4830 is where we're at right now. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Strange is off somewhere else, right? Still. For the past, 6 years he's been in another dimension. Quick ad break here on Twitch, guys. I'm going to try and snooze it. How much time do we have left? About 9 minutes left of the episode. Karen, okay, Karen basically just being the support group there. I appreciate that. I don't like when something happens in New York and none of them come to check out, at least to show us that they're aware of something going on. I don't need to know. I don't need to know actions. Yeah. I mean, as long as they react to it in their own movies, I think I can be okay with it. Wait, did he just reveal himself to everybody? No, this is his own task force. Okay. Music choice is fire. He's got all those rich people in cages, bro. The guy from Hawkeye, and he's got Frank in there. Hawkeye stepfather. Yep. Show. If they end this here with Fisk just kind of being on top, I'm good. There we go. Going back to White Tiger. This is incredible. Wayne Dexter is out there. Bullseye. I don't need to see action scenes, but wouldn't you appreciate a small cameo from others not saying hi, but just their silhouette from a distance knowing they could help? Yeah. Oh, sure. The first responder just in case. Yeah. So Josie's is going to kind of be a city without fear. Boy, the cinematography. Golly, what a great show. Defenders roster Luke Cage, Hawkeye, Iron Fist, Daredevil, White Tiger, Calling Wing, and maybe Misty Knight, if confirmed. Season 2 Spidey will make a cameo. Skip credits. 3, 2, 1. Skipping. Post-credit scene. For leaving Frank in chains. This is crazy. Punisher talking to Anthony Petruccio. Daredevil now has ties to Happy Peter and Kamala. Yep, absolutely. Don't you dare shake his hand. He's good. Oh my gosh, Punisher's going to break out. Oh yeah. You would stick your hand in a cage with the Punisher, bro? Excellent. Excellent. Let's talk about basically the Punisher. Punisher's going to get out. It's probably the best way to put that, man. Punisher is going to get out. He basically tricked one of his loyal fans. Special presentation is coming. It has to be. Has to be. Let me sum this up real quick, and then I'm going to get out of y'all's way for the night. This show was perfect. 10 out of 10. Play my sound that says perfect. First a yeet. There we go. Let me have my sound back on my side so I can make sure I can hear you guys the right way. Right here. Did I stop the music? I think I did stop the music. That's okay. Let me bring the music back. Oh, it should still be there. What happened to my music? That's okay. Nevertheless.
Perfect.
The show was perfect. That was a perfect TV show. That's right there with Breaking Bad for me. That's right there with like season 2 of Dexter. That was an incredible, incredible show. It had the action that I wanted. It had the superhero that I wanted. It had the team ups, the right amount of drama, the right amount of post credit, everything. That is how you do it right there, Marvel. Hire whoever this is and keep them forever. And I know there was reshoots. That's the thing. Everyone's like, oh no, there's reshoots. Yeah, there was reshoots. And they fixed it. Whatever they did, whatever was broken, they fixed it. They would have made a huge mistake if they would have not included Foggy in this season. A huge mistake. They would have made a huge mistake if they didn't include Karen. And a huge mistake. They almost didn't get the Punisher. He said he didn't want to do it originally, from what I understand. Season was perfect. That was better. When they said that this season was better than the other seasons, I was like, okay, everybody's going to say that. But they covered every base. Even at the end, they still recapped that, hey, don't forget, White Tiger's still coming. Like, we developed her. Hey, Bullseye is again getting through another season. I love when villains actually get to survive, right? Thank you, JJ. One for JJ.
One for JJ.
Clue says, that's how you cover the dimensions of every villain around Daredevil, which includes the plot and the relationship. That's it. This covers Netflix season 3 of Daredevil. See, I like season 3, not as much as I liked 2. But for me, it went season 2, season 1, season 3. But season 3 was still better than like all of Iron Fist. Like the first episode was better than all of Iron Fist. And then like season 3 of Jessica Jones, I still haven't finished. I just, what else? Luke Cage. I would say season 3 is about on par with season 2 of Luke Cage. But this season, to me, it wipes everything. I don't think you need to watch Netflix version anymore after watching this, because this had everything. This had everything. This cover, I need them to do Defenders, Iron Fist, and season 2 and 3 of Luke Cage. Redo those. Oh, okay. Okay. So order again. I had season 2. Well, let's go with just Daredevil, ranking just the Daredevil seasons. Before this, I went season 2, season 1, season 3, with season 3 being better than Iron Fist. Season 3 probably on par with Luke Cage season 2, Jessica Jones season 2. But I will put Jessica Jones season 3, Iron Fist at the bottom of that. I'll put Luke Cage somewhere, maybe right under season 1 of Daredevil. I'd put season 1 of Jessica Jones. I think season 1 of Jessica Jones was actually better than Daredevil season 1. Because the Purple Man as a villain was really great. That first season of Jessica Jones is really good. So off the top of my head, I would go like Daredevil season 2, season 1 of Jessica Jones, Daredevil season 1, Luke Cage. Like all of those are really, if you haven't seen those, you should watch those. Then the other ones like season 2 of Luke Cage, season 2 of Jessica Jones. Those are fine. Those are good, but not as good as the other ones. And then your bottom of the pit is like Jessica Jones season 3, and then underneath that is Iron Fist. I probably put Jessica Jones season 3, The Defenders. I'll have to make up a list for this, but then Iron Fist after that. All of that being said, season 1 or season 4, however you want to look at it, of Born Again, that was better than all of them. That was incredible. Luke Cage season 3 made it up, but we all know what was the cause for switching up season 1 of Luke Cage. Why is that? Well, we know the villains. Yeah. See, again, they should have, imagine if they would have kept the villains from season 1, right, into Luke Cage season 2. Imagine if we could just redo that. The MCU tie in with Avengers, the radically changed comments racially charged comments that came from social media complaining. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't get any of that. When Luke Cage came out, I saw people celebrating Luke Cage, not as much as Black Panther, but I mean, dudes were buying yellow lined hoodies and again, maybe I'm isolated a little bit, but there was great hype around Luke Cage. And I still hear, like, when I'm on X even, like, whenever they put something about Daredevil or something up on X, I always go and I'm like, I need another season of Luke Cage. And most people, I have never had a negative comment. I think a lot of people like Luke Cage. I think the problem was a lot of people just didn't want to see Cottonmouth go away. But maybe we can get Cottonmouth back. You feel me? Let's leave Blade alone. There's only been one Blade, and there's only going to be one Blade. That's just my take. I read the articles. The comments was Luke Cage was too black, and they never acknowledged Theo. Really? And I thought Theo was great. Yeah, if anything, I might go back and watch Luke Cage again now. That the way it's so, especially like if you're hearing the reviews about Sinners, Ryan Coogler centers, like how it's kind of like soaked in music. That's what Luke Cage was. It was just like the soundtrack for that. Like I'm not a musical guy as far as like Disney musicals, but like if you can like infuse music into a show, I like it a lot. And that's what Luke Cage was, man. Going back to Daredevil real quick. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I better run. Um, this show was just perfect. Even though he wasn't in the suit, and this is what I was making a point of. My big criticism of Moon Knight was that he was not in the suit enough. We didn't get enough Moon Knight. We got enough Daredevil in this because Matt was still Daredevil, even when he didn't want to be Daredevil. I could have used maybe a little bit more Punisher, but seeing where they put him at the end, I get why they did it. You know, it's kind of a bonehead move for Punisher to do what he did. But are we surprised? You know, that's Frank. Kevin didn't like Netflix and ABC trying MCU products to theirs. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. That behind the scenes drama. But I think he's made good on it now with Daredevil. You know what I mean? He's made good on it. I think Kevin's, for them to tie this in and not try and reboot this, I think Kevin Feige was really going, I understand it now. Because he could have rebooted this as a soft reboot in the multiverse, and we all would have hated it. But instead, he embraced it and realized that really behind Robert Downey Jr., you could make a case for Daredevil. You could make a case that the next popular outside of your Spider-Mans, but the character who went from the mainstream didn't know him to being super popular was Iron Man. But you could make a case that Daredevil had did the same thing. And yes, Daredevil had his movie. Yeah, it's called Cease and Desist plus Get Down or Lay Down. Oh, yeah. I mean, Kevin Feige was going to, but they needed to. In the sense, Kevin Feige needed to do that. And the reason that I say that is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what they were doing over there on ABC with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I watched everything but maybe the last 2 seasons, it got loony over there on ABC. I mean, you had a really good show in Agent Carter, and then like the first 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. were like, okay, this could be cool where they're going with this. And yeah, that's what I've heard. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting a soft reboot. But dude, by season 3, they needed to shut that down. They were getting crazy with stuff. And it was just like, dude, like you're using, Arrow said I'm loving this combo right now. Man, we needed to do this for a while. What's his name? Was it Deathlock? They were using characters that like and weren't like really developing them, but they were using them in a bunch of episodes. It was like, what are you guys doing? Like, if Feige didn't shut that down, because that was getting out of hand. Deathlock, and then we were doing the time travel thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and let's not forget Coulson being alive. As much as I love Coulson, it undermines the Avengers movie. The whole reason that all of this has happened really is Coulson. I mean, now they kind of undermined it with Miss Marvel, right? And Miss Marvel's now the reason for Avengers, but really, who was the heart and soul? Now, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say there were some good things that came out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Robbie Reyes was dope. I wanted what's-her-face to play Mockingbird so bad. She was a really good Mockingbird. Agents of Shield, man, they couldn't decide if Daisy was Daisy or what her name was. Everybody was calling her by different names, you know, and that was a mess. That was a mess. And then don't get me started on like Cloak and Dagger. That was on like, wasn't that on Hulu or something like that? I was like, I'm not doing that. And it was like a teen drama. It was like, no, that was like Miss Marvel before Miss Marvel. And then the other thing with the Inhumans was she was an Inhuman, but like she's not the Inhuman, right? Like that's not who. When you think of Inhumans, who do you think of? Black Bolt, right? I don't know. I don't know. Quake, I don't know. I could see her bringing them. I could see him bringing her back and she being, cool, but like Agents of Shield didn't do that right. This is why RL says this is why DC will take it where MCU has messed up. I'm excited for Superman. I want to see what they're going to do with television. If they can do what Howling Commandos did, they're going to be fine. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't mind a Howling Commandos live action. Howling Commandos is dope. Like, I'm sold on Howling Commandos. That's why my level of interest for Superman has grown. Runaways, yeah. Cloak and Dagger had bad potential. Runaways, I didn't mess with Runaways. Nope. We just knew that those shows were not going to tie in. And not that you can't do Cloak and Dagger, not that you can't do Runaways, but if you're going to do that, I got bit by like a mosquito or something, bro. If you're going to do that, it's got to be either big budget or it's got to be refined. And I know Daredevil's a bigger budget, but it's got to be on this level. You cannot have anything that's subpar. Who said, to be honest, break away from Superman and Batman and give Nightwing a shot to build either Titans or Justice League? That's a rumor. I've heard that maybe they're just going to go right into. I thought it was going to be Teen Titans and not Titans, but I don't know. And that's my thing with DC. That's why I'm still a little hesitant. Again, I like my eras in comic books. Like I said on the Spider-Man, I think we were talking about the last Spider-Man stream? I like when Peter is from like a freshman in high school till he graduates in college. That's where I want Peter to just live. Right? Once he gets out of college and he starts being a professor and all of that stuff, I go, at that point in time, I'm like, all right, let's go back to Miles. Like, and that's the way I am with Superman and Batman. The reason I have not watched the show, I don't want to see Superman as a dad. I'm sorry. That may sound bad. I'm a dad. I get it. I want to see Superman punch stuff. I don't want to see Superman changing diapers. I don't want to see him bickering with Lois about who didn't get the groceries out of the back of the car. I don't want to see that. I want him to fight. Same thing with Batman. And you guys are going to be mad at me for saying this, but I don't like Damian Wayne. I hate Damian Wayne. He's a whiny little brat, and I know that's what he's supposed to be, but I don't like what he does to Batman. He makes Batman unlikable. I want Batman to, and Batman has kids, but it's so different with Damian. It's not the same. When he has Dick Grayson and Barbara, like at the end of the day, those are not his kids. They're his responsibility, but like I just like that dynamic. You how do you have a child with one of your worst enemy's daughter? That just bothers me. Talia al Ghul makes me so mad. It just annoys the heck out of me. And that's part of the reason why I don't like The Dark Knight Returns. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just not good storytelling. And then you got to believe at that point in time, like even the villains, it's like, you guys still ain't done this yet. Maybe you should look at like investing in a 401k. Like, look, Joker, like Batman's got a kid now. So now, you know, you're pushing 80 or, it's just like, ah. All right, let's get back to the comments. Clue said Daniel Radcliffe's Batman needs to be in the DCEU. I was sold not having him as Elseworld. Oh, wait, let me go back before that. RL says, honestly, I think Superman is going to crush Fantastic Four. I'm saying this as an MCU fan. And from the chats you see from me and about the MCU, but I think it's going to be on the same threat level, if not worse, for Superman. I don't know. I don't know. Because here's what you're forgetting. This last go around, I think, alienated a lot of the larger population. I think Superman's going to do well, but I think it's going to take a movie for the people who are not super fans to really get back into it. I could easily hear people who love Superman are going to love it, but I can also see them, going to work and tell your best friend, man, I went and saw the Superman movie, and people go, didn't they reboot it? And not giving it a chance is what I'm saying. Daniel Radcliffe's Batman. I don't know about that. What was that one dude? There's one dude who I think would be a better Aquaman. I still think, I know they're not going to do it, but bring the Batman in. That's where we need to be right now. Superman as Dad Goku father energy, just not around as much. Goku father energy. Goku's never around. Tim Drake. Oh, see Tim. Tim's another one that I just Damian's Robin over Red Robin. Yeah, I don't know. When we're at that point in the stories, it loses me. When there's like 12 Bat family members, I'm just like, well, what makes Batman special now? Carl said I need to see it on screen with the fight. Don't get me wrong. I think Superman is going to be good. I just don't think the general population, it's going to take a while for it to catch on. I don't think it's going to beat Fantastic Four. I don't think so. And not because I'm a Marvel fan. I just think that Marvel is, in the movie world right now, Marvel has the general public still. Barely, but still. Elseworld Batman is good. I mean, yeah, if we went there, they're both in July, bro. It's about to go down. I just don't, like I said, Superman is going to be there. But I think here's the other thing that you gotta realize with Fantastic Four is they've done a good job already separating this Fantastic Four. And you've got Joel, who is riding high, right? He's going to be coming off of The Last of Us. I mean, the face recognition, whereas Superman's got I mean, who is this dude? Who's Superman? Right? And I'm saying that from the perspective of not us. I'm talking about my wife. I'm talking about my friends at work. Them when they see that, they're gonna see Superman and go, okay, you know what I mean? It's gonna take a lot of word of mouth, I think, and then that's when Superman's gonna like it's really gonna explode. Now, I think first week numbers it could be competitive, but I don't think Superman's gonna have the initial legs that Fantastic Four is. I thought about it. They're not going to show Joker beating Red Robin with a crowbar and he becomes Red Hood from the Lazarus Pit. See, that's a mistake. That's what I'm talking about. That's what DC needs to do. You think about what works with Howling Commandos. Man, when that Weasel episode had me like almost in tears. Right? DC can go dark. I started watching Kite Man the other day, the spinoff of Harley Quinn. And Kite Man is just, it's unlike anything else. Every time Bane shows up on that show, I'm like, I love this. It's so good. Like, DC needs to embrace being DC. If they do that, I still think it's going to be a slow build for them because they've got to earn trust again. Yeah. Clue said episode 2 or 3 is going to be the last for Joel from The Last of Us. You ain't kidding. Mr. Joel's about to catch a
Tiger uppercut! Tiger uppercut!
Yes, he is. As of right now, to me, as far as clips and visuals, I'm seeing more Superman and I'm impressed, but no clips of F4. Man, Superman always carries clout. I'm telling you, them Superman fans are going to flock. But see, there's negativity around Superman. There's not a lot of negativity around Fantastic Four. The negativity is the flying looks bad in Superman. It's stuff like that again, the fans are going to come. I totally agree with you. The fans are going to show up. You're going to see Superman shirts everywhere. But I'm telling you, mass appeal, does it get to 1 billion? I don't know. I think it's going to be a success. But I know asking my friends who don't love this stuff like we do, and they're like, yeah, okay, Superman. Think about it. Joker beating a kid with a crowbar, but they did the cartoon movie of the Red Hood. Yeah, but see, there's creative ways you could do it. And I think if they're going to do Red Hood, which they should, you do it creatively. You do it creatively. You don't have to necessarily show it, but maybe it's the shadow up on the wall, you know? And the other thing, though, I know I said I didn't like going too far forward. I don't think you can do a Joker right now. I don't think you can do a Joker. I think Clayface is a great idea. Doing a Clayface movie and then maybe having Clayface come over. I mean, he was already in Howling Commandos. That's the kind of villain you do. Yeah. I think maybe you could do a Bane right now. But you got to stay away from Scarecrow. You got to stay away from Joker. You could maybe get away with Raish. I'm trying to think. You definitely got to stay away from Riddler. Killer Croc. A Killer Croc right now. I think Batman, to make your Batman movie different, especially from the Batman, you got to do a big CGI monster. I think so. Unless you go a different route and you use some of that Deathstroke, that kind of thing, where Deathstroke is coming through and ruining Batman's life. But again, I wouldn't use Deathstroke in Brave and the Bold. I would leave Deathstroke and let him go into the Batman. That's where he needs to be. Two-Face, not too early for Two-Face. You could definitely do a Two-Face, but you just can't do Joker. You've had two really phenomenal actors and I'm gonna just say two good movies with the Joker, being The Dark Knight and Joker. That second movie, I never reviewed it with you guys. That second movie was trash. Man, that movie was bad. That movie was really bad. I've never seen like such a good movie. Like Joker for me was amazing. And Folie à Deux that was bad. I'm glad I didn't see that in theaters. Deathstroke and Titans, that's what I was going to get at, is that this is why you just use the Batman. I would introduce him in the Batman 2, and then he goes on to Titans. Deathstroke and Nightwing have bat. Absolutely. That's what should happen. But if you introduce Damian, then it just gets messy. There was no need to react to Joker. No. I'm going to throw another thing at you. I recently watched Craven again with my wife. And hear me out. I kind of like the Craven movie. It needed Spider-Man. They needed an editor. It's not perfect. Having Rhino go. What was that in the Craven movie? I don't understand. But the way that he kind of earned his vest and stuff like that, Craven was okay. It was like a C-. I would rather have you react to the dance sequences of Venom and the Marvels than Joker. I wouldn't even have been mad that Venom was dancing. It was that Venom specifically said, if I come out, the other monsters are going to find us. So we go to Vegas, and Venom's like, oh, what the heck? Let's dance. It's just like, dude, the dancing scene in the Marvels, and again, people are going to agree with me on this, but I didn't hate the Marvels. Again, probably a C- movie. Definitely better than Captain Marvel. They needed a different plot and more Chameleon. I like where they left Chameleon, though. If that Chameleon shows up in the new Spider-Man movie, I'd be okay. YouTube Venom rivals emo of Venom Twerk. I saw that, unfortunately. And that's like official. That's crazy. Oh, guys, I got to go. I love talking with you guys, man. This is great. This is really great. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to RL. Shout out to Clue. I got to jump off this thing tonight, man. Big day tomorrow. But I will see you guys on the next one. Do two things for me. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And be kind to one another. Shout out to Elmo172331, my sister, who will be on hopefully tomorrow. If not, I may be back. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember to
Choose your destiny.
My name is Select Screen. linktr.ee/5ELECT 5CREEN. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.